integration by parts. In staying true to the textbook we're using, we will use the technique that is presented in the textbook for integration by parts. Most other calculus textbooks present integration by parts differently, slightly differently. For our version, if u and v are continuous function of x and u has a continuous derivative, then the indefinite integral or the antiderivative of u dot v, which is the product of uv with respect to x, is u times an antiderivative of v, and the antiderivative will do, one with the constant of integration will do, minus the indefinite integral or the antiderivative of the derivative of u times the antiderivative of v with respect to x. In this case, we see that x times e to the x power is a product, and so we will make u be x, then v is e to the x. Notice that our integrand f of x equals x e to the x is a function in terms of x, is now split into two factors, u being x times v being e to the x. The answer for this integral of this product will be u times an antiderivative of v minus the integral of the derivative of u times an antiderivative of v, where again u is x and v is e to the x. So to write the answer, we will need to know what u is, where u is x. We would need to know an antiderivative of e to the x, but we know that an antiderivative of e to the x is e to the x plus c, and again, we can just simply use the basic antiderivative e to the x without a constant of integration plus c here. We also need to know the derivative of u, but the derivative of u is the derivative of x because u is x, the derivative of x is 1. And we will need an antiderivative of v, which is an antiderivative of e to the x, which is again e to the x. Now that we found each of these four components, we can write the answer. The integral of x e to the x dx equals u is x times an antiderivative of v is e to the x minus the integral, the root of u is 1 times an antiderivative of v, which is e to the x, and then dx. There are two terms on the right hand side. We still need to evaluate the integral of e to the x. So we will rewrite this. This is x times e to the x minus the integral 1 times e to the x is e to the x dx. But we know that an antiderivative of e to the x is e to the x, so the answer is x times e to the x minus e to the x plus c. We did not need to include a plus c in the intermediate step, but in the final step, we will need to add a plus c because this is the indefinite integral.